Imagine a world in which Buddy Holly, Richie Valens, and the Big Bopper didn't perish in that tragic plane crash on February 3rd, 1959. A world where the music they were just beginning to shape continued to evolve, to influence, to inspire. A world where the day the music died never happened. Picture Buddy Holly, the bespectacled boy from Texas, not just as a rock and roll pioneer, but as an enduring force in music. Holly, with his innovative blend of country, rhythm and blues, and rockabilly, was already pushing boundaries. His unique style, characterized by his vocal hiccup and distinctive Fender Stratocaster, was just the beginning. What if Holly had continued to evolve, to experiment, to create? Envision a timeline where Holly's experimentation with orchestration on tracks like True Love Ways was just the tip of the iceberg, where he fully embraced the burgeoning folk rock movement of the early 60s, influencing artists like Bob Dylan and the Byrds, where his love for rhythm and blues led him to collaborate with legends like Ray Charles and Aretha Franklin, where Holly lived to see the British invasion, a movement his music heavily influenced and perhaps even collaborated with the Beatles or the Rolling Stones. Now, shift your focus to Richie Valens, the 17-year-old sensation whose career was tragically cut short after just 8 months. Valens was a trailblazer, one of the first Latino artists to cross over into mainstream pop music. His adaptation of the Mexican folk song La Bamba into a rock and roll hit was revolutionary. But what if Valens had more time? Imagine Valens becoming a symbol of the burgeoning Chicano rock movement, inspiring future generations of Latino musicians. Picture him fusing more elements of traditional Mexican music with rock and roll, blues, and jazz, creating a unique sound that continues to resonate today. Imagine Valens standing alongside artists like Santana and Los Lobos, not just as an influence, but as a contemporary. And then there's the Big Bopper, born Giles Perry Richardson Jr., a disc jockey turned rock and roll artist known for his exuberant performances and humorous songs. The Big Bopper was more than just the man behind Chantilly Lace. He was an innovator, credited with creating the first music video. What if he had the chance to continue to innovate? Imagine the Big Bopper evolving his theatrical style, blending it with the emerging genres of soul and funk. Picture him as an early pioneer of music television, using his background in radio and his love for performance to shape the future of the medium. In this alternate history, the impact of these three musicians is even more profound. They continue to push boundaries, to experiment, to influence. They grow and evolve with the music, shaping it in their image. They stand alongside the legends of the 60s, 70s, and beyond, not just as pioneers, but as enduring forces in music. But even in our reality, where their lives were tragically cut short, the legacy of Buddy Holly, Richie Valens, and the Big Bopper endures. Their music continues to inspire, to influence, to resonate. Even in their absence, they have shaped the course of music history. And in the end, isn't that the true measure of an artist's impact? Not just their presence, but the enduring power of their art. The way it continues to move us, to inspire us long after they're gone.